What is up, guys? I had a few questions asking on how I trade some of my daily options because we do also do that over on our Discord. The link for that is going to be in the bio. But I did want to make a quick video letting you guys know where I get my entries and what my entries look like. So I have two of my entries pasted from yesterday, and then we're going to go over a few more. Starting with this first one here, I first entered right here after seeing a lot of these long wicks down here. This showed to me that there was a lot of buying pressure and it was getting bought up around this level. A lot of people ignore wicks and don't really think that they have much to offer, but I am of the inverse opinion, thinking that wicks are very, very important. Looking right here, you can see that they're getting bought up and then the price is closing higher. And for an example, on the bearish side, you have obvious wicks up here showing some high selling pressure. But we did go ahead and enter a long right here. This was my entry. And then we ended up making a pretty good solid return on that. If I am correct, it was right around 100%. And then yesterday as well, later in the day, we made 180% on this one because we took some out of the money calls and we broke this downtrend. And I entered right here after seeing this nice little doji hammer candle right here. And I liked the buying pressure to the upside there. It really was a perfect entry. This was a great one. A lot of our members in premium got in on this. We played it all the way up to daily highs, and we played the bounce off daily highs and continuation. And then we ended up getting out here. We trimmed most at all-time highs, or well, daily highs. We trimmed most, and then we sold the rest up there. Seeing that break of the trend line, and then we continued on, and this was kind of our break of structure area. I'll highlight that one in this teal color. This is what we were looking at for break of structure. And once we got that, I had strong conviction to the upside, so we let those run a little bit. But those were two really good plays, around 100% here, and then this one right here was 180%. A lot of people got in on that in the Discord. But going over here, we have a few other trades to go over. Let me check and see where we're at here. Okay, so this is last week. This was a put here. We went short. And my reasoning here was we popped over our indicators here with the VWAP. We have the 9 EMA or the 21 EMA and then the 50 EMA, and we rejected out of that, got down under it, and then rejected it again, and then I entered a short right here, and that ended up being really, really nice. Almost hit the TP down here, and then I let it ride out a little bit, and then ended up trimming and selling most around this 21 EMA. I could have let it run a little bit longer, but I mean, we saw a pretty nice return. I really could have let it run longer, but for me, it wasn't really worth it. I put my stop loss around that 21 EMA, and I was totally fine with taking that trade. But that was a really good short for us, so we do both longs and shorts. And then here's another long from it was about a week ago. This is a really, really nice long here. I liked the support that we were getting on our EMAs and then the pop off. But really, I liked the main EMA structure right here with the long wick. I know there was some indecision here, but then followed by a strong green candle with a long wick. I really liked getting an entry in here. We started out a little red and then absolutely exploded off. I remember adding a little bit more down here once we retraced right there because the buying pressure was so high. I knew that we were going to have to come back and just test this level, and that's exactly what we did, and then immediately popped back off of that. And then once again, almost hit our TP, and then ended up settling for a little bit less. I went ahead and took this because I believe this was a 150, 200% trade, as we did double down there. But that is really my strategy. I like to read charts as they come in. I like the 5-minute and the 15-minute. Those really show to me strong conviction. I think the 1 minute can get a little bit false with the breakouts. You can have a really strong candle followed by a really bearish candle, and I don't like playing around with that too much. So I really do look and read these candles. I think you should really, really start thinking about wicks as kind of like a storyline. Looking at, let's take this candle right here. These two candles, well, let's go ahead and look at this one main candle right here in white. You can see that we dropped down to the 21 EMA, and then buying pressure immediately stepped in and pushed us all the way back up. That shows that buyers are in the market and buyers want the price to go higher. And that really did continue for the rest of the day. I could have ran these even longer, but I ended up taking what I got, and I was very, very happy with that. I have no problem with taking profit when it is due. Yes, I could have ran this all the way up here, but that really wouldn't have been part of my trading plan and what I am all about. Let's see if we have any more here. Yep, we got one more, I believe. Oh, no. Let's see. Well, actually, going back to our short here, this is also why I decided to exit was because we were touching our 21 EMA, and then we also were looking kind of bearish coming out of this bottom, or bullish coming out of this bottom. I thought that might have been low of day, and we were getting pretty close to the end of the day, so theta was starting to eat up my contracts. That is also why I got out of this. But normally I end up coming all the way down and then setting my stop loss at the 21 EMA after we have made a pretty good profit. That is just a pretty nice rule of thumb for me. We made, a great amount here. I believe it's, let's see what the drop is just on stock wise, not even on options. Probably close to 1% there, or 0.5%. I mean, yeah, 40.44%. So that was a really, really good trade, and that happened pretty quickly, as you guys can see. And then going over to yesterday's trade, actually, I was on the 15-minute candles. Let's see, go to the 5-day. I was on the 15-minute candles here, and I really liked the 15-minute candles following yesterday because you can see a strong buying pressure right here coming out of this downside. And this is kind of what I want to hit on. Something like this, where you have all of these wicks, this is where you can kind of get this storyline going of, buying up around the EMAs. You can obviously see that there's strong buying pressure right here, followed by, some indecision around here where you have long wicks at the bottom and then long wicks at the top. That's some indecision. And then your decision is made right around here, and then you move to the upside. And then right here, I like this, kind of treated this as a bull flag, and I was really happy with the way this turned out. I kind of treated it something like this, where you can kind of just call this the bull flag, and I was pretty happy with the way that ended up turning out. We got the breakout, and then it just continued higher, and that was our 180% trade. But guys, I really don't use a whole lot of indicators. I use 2 EMAs. I use the 21 and the 50. I use some RSI and MACD sometimes, but that doesn't always tell a great story. So take that with a grain of salt. But for example, like right here, you had your strong buying pressure step in, and then you absolutely flip this MACD for the upside for the rest of the day. Could have easily gotten an entry down here. I just don't like taking trades in the first 30 minutes to an hour of market open. But that's just me. I like to let the market set up a little bit. That normally leads to the best trades. I like to take my trades around noon Central Time, kind of towards the later day, once the decision has been made which way the market is going. And then if days are choppy, like today, for example, leading into FOMC, we were very, very choppy, kind of just sitting around this range right here. I didn't really see any good trades, so I didn't take anything. I don't think you should have. I was obviously making this video, and now I see that I may have missed an opportunity, so that kind of sucks. But nonetheless, if you do see chop like this, normally wait it out. Patience is key. For example, if I had been more patient and kept my eyes on something like this instead of making this video, I may have seen that we rejected our EMAs right here once again, and I could have taken a short down here, and then that would have been an easy play had I done something like this. So, just something to think about. Be smart with the way you're playing it. Understand that things, the factors that go into it, with the option Greeks like gamma, theta, and delta, those are my most important ones personally. I've normally focused mostly on theta when I'm doing 0 DTE, which is normally what I do on SPY here. But the same really goes for QQQ. I don't trade it as much, just because it is a little bit lower in price, so the contracts move a little bit better on SPY. But even here, I wouldn't have taken a trade on QQQ. This is just a lot of chop. No one made any money right here. I highly doubt it. You would have had to take a 3-minute scalp right here, and that's about it. Most of the money is being made right now, or people are hopping in, and so that's kind of what you end up waiting for. But really, that's going to be it, guys. That was my trading plan and how I go about trading. Remember, I send these alerts out in Discord every day. We saw 100% here, 180% there, and then we had multiple trades back here that were well above 50% to 100% back here and then back here. We normally come out with about 7-8 trades a week on just SPY 0 DTEs, and most of our guys make well enough to continue through for the rest of the week, along with some other long-term options, like for example Tesla, MSTR, stuff like that. we do play those as well, and the link for the description, or link for that, is going to be in the description down below, so make sure you guys check it out. But really, that has been all from me. Make sure you guys trade FOMC very, very safely, and I will see you guys in the next video.